welcome to Better Bachelor. My name is Joker with a face for radio and a voice for print. This is a story that went kind of viral where four women get into a fight over a married dude in a casino. So it was very public. They were very scantily clad, and they were rolling around like children in a playground fighting over one dude. Now, I don't think all the women were dating him. I think two of them were dating him, or one or two of them were dating, and their friends also jumped in to fight because of the... But this goes to tell you, women would rather, or at least women today, would rather share a married man, would rather date a married man that's a top 10 guy than having an average guy all to themselves. And again, it boils back to when you look at traditional relationships, you go back, 20, 30, 40 years, they needed the man for the income, they needed the man for the protection, they needed the man to have kids and to have a home to raise the children in. And they wanted that man all to themselves. But now when a man is more like an accessory, in other words, she's got her own money and she's got Big Daddy government to help her with paying for the kids and she's got police to protect her, they don't really need men except for fun. And so they have no problems, in many ways, acting like men did back in the 50s and 60s. It's kind of ironic. From the Daily Mail, four women involved in chaotic, semi-undressed state Las Vegas brawl were fighting over the same married man, cops reveal. Danielle Pertusiello, 24 years old, and Amanda Collado, 29, were involved in a fight with two other women that broke out in the hotel over a married man. It happened July 9th. They were issued citations for disorderly conduct. Isn't that interesting? And there's no, there were no other charges other than disorderly conduct, even though they actually got into a fist fight. Four women were caught on camera, a vicious hair-pulling brawl at Las Vegas. Catfight between the scantily clad women broke out a little before 6 p.m., drawing a crowd of spectators and later going viral online. A redacted police report has now revealed that the brawl broke out after a furious wife allegedly attacked her husband's lover and her friend at a 5-star hotel. Maybe it's a bad idea to have all your lovers congregated at a place at the same time. The angry wife, along with her friend, allegedly ambushed love rival Amanda Collado, 29, and her friend Danielle, 24. The latter woman is seen in the footage with her skirt pulled up to expose her thong as she fights on the deck. According to the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police report, they had left a rooftop party and were walking to bathrooms near the casino. And they got into it. Now, but here's the thing, okay? Here's the thing that I find so wild about this. These are not like 30 or 40-year-old hags. These are not women that are in a bad place in their life. These are relatively young women. Why at the age of 24, 25, 26, 29 are they fighting over men? There are so many men out there, probably 50 or 60% under the age of 30 that are single that would love to maybe not date these women, but would love to have a girlfriend. So because that man is an accessory. He shows he's high value because he's married. Maybe he's good looking. Maybe he's kind of a Chad Thunderstroke. And they decide, you know what, I want to sleep with him too. I don't need his money. I don't need his protection. I don't need to love him. He's just hot, and that's okay with me. And he's pre-selected because he's married. Anyway, they described the fight. Both of the women and her husband's names were blacked out in the report. Why? He was not in town during the fight. So were all the women at some get-together, like a business thing, and maybe his wife and the women worked at the same... As a result of the redactions, it's not clear if the jilted woman is the brunette in the jean shorts or the blonde in sweatpants. Police reviewed security footage of the fight, which showed, according to the report, the moment the woman and her friend, the one whom was the alleged wife, tapped her on the shoulder and they started throwing down. And I think they went viral because it's a bunch of women in very scantily clothes fighting and their tops falling off and their skirts flying up and and the story itself is stupid. Let's be honest with it. The story itself is stupid, but that's not the point. It's not the point. So many times when I make posts on Twitter, or I get emails occasionally from people, or even in my posts, even in the threads here below a lot of my videos, in the comments, somebody will be like, why are you always attacking women? Why do you always hate on women? What's with you and being negative on women? I'm not. I like women. Surprisingly enough, I like good women, but they're few and far between. So I do this to try to point out how bad women are, to make sure that men don't get tangled up with bad women, and also explain why good men are struggling. And they're saying, I'm a good dude. Why are women fighting over a married man? Like 3 or 4 women fighting over a married man. Maybe only 1 or 2 or 3 of them were sleeping with him. Why are they fighting over a married man instead of me sitting here being single? Like, what's going on? It's because you're average, or you're average income, or you're not a top 10%er, or you're not pre-selected by being married. Women today have gone crazy. They have. They just have. And I do story after story after story, because if I were to do 5 stories and call it a day, or 10, you could say, well, he's just cherry picking. Dude, these are mainstream articles that are going out day after day after day, and I have over 1,000 videos out now. I'm probably closing in on 1,100 videos of the same stuff constantly. I'll be able to do this until the end of time, because there's so many women out there that are acting the fool. And this is why we do these silly stories, to give you a laugh, to make you shake your head and realize how crazy the world is, but also to be able to go to bed at night and sleep well, knowing you're not missing out on much with these women, number one. And number two, it's not you that's gone crazy. It's the world. It's women. It's relationships. It's marriage. It's parenting. It's society. It's all of it. And so in a world of crazy people, the sane ones are called crazy. We're the sane people. We're the normal people. And society right now is calling us problematic and crazy and toxic and patriarchal and all the other things. So go to sleep at night, tucked safely and warmly in your bed, knowing it's not you that's gone crazy, it's society. Just remember that from here on out. And I think that's important. I think that's important, because I know when I first started this channel, I was traveling abroad. I had been on dating apps. I'd had decent luck on dating apps. I had found a girl that I dated for like, a year and a half from a dating app. It ended poorly, but that's to be expected now. But I found success on dating apps. And then I went abroad for like 18 months. And when I was in Australia, they had all these anti-men's messaging and commercials. And I hadn't seen a lot of stuff for about a year because I was traveling. And in the course of like a year, 18 months, everything just fell apart. It was like 2018, I think, 2017, somewhere around there. And I come back to the States and I'm like, oh my gosh, and I got back on a dating app to try to find somebody to date. Nothing. But the guy friends that I had that were, tall and good looking, they had all the matches, and they were sleeping with women that I probably would have dated. I mean, they were sleeping with everybody. That's my point. People that were on their level all the way down the chain. They were busy boys. It's because they were taking all the rest of the women from everybody else, and those women would like to be used a dozen times or 24 times by a winner versus having a good relationship with an average Joe. And I said, hey, I want to talk about this stuff. And thus, my channel was born, and the rest goes down in infamy. Guys, don't forget, we've got a supporter drive over on betterbachelor.locals.com. $5 a month. You can become a supporter today. I would really appreciate it if you did. We're doing movie nights. I'm going to be doing some live streams over there, and I may chop those live streams up and bring the content over here to YouTube. But if you'd like to participate in the conversation, if you'd like to be able to, drop me a buck or something or other so we can have a conversation, that's where it's going to happen. I don't live stream on YouTube anymore. I don't want them to get 30% of your money. And over on Locals, I get to keep like 90 or 95% of it. So it's better for you wanting to give to the content creator you like. It's better for me as the content creator. And, who wants to support YouTube anymore? I don't think too many people do. All right, guys, I will leave it there. We will see you in the next one. And I'm sure I've got more crazy ones just as crazy as the last one.